So this is a thing that we touched on a couple of times the last week or so. It's a little late on the news, but I wanted to give my take because this is another example of a woke journalist that is strictly only writing and making articles to spite chuds. This is about Jason Schreier, who deleted a post attempting to own the chuds about Dragon Age's Veilguard's player counts, right? This was a little bit ago. Basically, they made a post saying go woke, go bro, or top of the charts, right? Like bragging about Dragon Age's player count. So this was previously two images that they shared. First showing that it was at the top of the Steam's top seller list, and then the second showing the peak players on Steam on its first day at 58,958. Well, I guess they're more focused on whether the chuds get upset. That's all these journalists do. Oh, let's stick it to the white man and the chuds and the right wing rage bait grifters that want this game to fail. They don't care about the success of this real game. That's why Concord failed. That's why Dustborn failed. That's why Suicide Squad has failed. They want to worry more about sticking it to the chuds. Even the development teams and the studios and everybody else involved in the gaming industry that's infected with this woke mind virus just want to do stuff out of spite. They don't want to entertain the consumer. They hate gamers. They don't want to write good stories. They don't want to make good characters in games. They're almost focused on just exclusively sticking it to the chuds, which, funny enough, this 24-hour peak of all time hadn't gone up much higher. As of right now, it's still only reached 89,481, and it's been almost a month since this game has come out. It came out Halloween. We're right in the middle of November. It hasn't even reached 100,000 concurrent players yet. So Jason Schreier is backing away. He's blocked people. He had a meltdown earlier this last week. I've touched on this article because it's cringe. It is actually cringe to see these people think they have gotchas on people. And it constantly happens, whether it's Jason Schreier, whether it's Alyssa Mercante, whether it's Nick Calandra, you name it. If they're a lefty and they're woke, that's all they give a fuck about. So this article on Fandom Pulse, shout out to them, says he went on to explain that the whole reason behind posting the chart was to see the chuds get dunked on. And you could see Mr. Clown said, there's no way you genuinely like this turd. And Jason admitted, I actually don't like the game very much, but I do like seeing you chuds get dunked on. So they don't even like the game. They're not even 110% behind and supportive of what they're actually being activists for. They all don't really care about what they're activists for. The only reason why they jump in is so that they can grow their audiences of woke-minded people. Like every single thing that they try to accuse rage bait grifters of doing towards their audiences, working them, spouting stuff that they don't believe, it's literally self-projection. I'm almost convinced at this point that a lot of the people that are wokies only do it to farm engagement on Twitter and only do it so that they can grift themselves. I mean, this right here is a self-admitted grift. I don't actually like the game very much. Okay, so why are you defending it? Why are you trying to use it as a gotcha? Make it make sense, right? For every time that you see these guys attack anybody like a Grums or a Hypnotic, a Smash, a Melody Mac, a Quartering, myself, for being grifters, these guys are the worst at it. And they don't, I honestly believe they don't care about diversity or DEI or anything. They just know that it gets them engagement. And without a label, without them telling people what orientation they are, what their pronouns are, whatever, they have nothing to live for, because that's all that side lives for is identity politics. They don't live for thinking as an individual. They don't know that there's differences of opinions outside their echo chamber. Now, going on, this says in another post, they doubled down. So you can see Luffy Dude said, in other words, you actually don't care about the game. You just want to feel your wokeism validated, which is the fucking truth. They just want to be validated while invalidating anybody else. They think just because this game might have sold barely 1 million copies that it invalidates any rage bait grifter's opinion, that the top surgery scars and the misogynistic punishment that you get for misgendering somebody, it's all invalidated that this game is doing better than the chuds thought it would. So fuck off. And IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. So your opinion's invalid. That's how these guys think. They're literally retarded. So you can see he says, no, I'm simply sharing another data point to support what I've been trying to explain for years now, which is that despite what idiots may tell you, DEI is not a factor in whether games do or do not sell. Yeah, they actually are a factor. 110%. This year has shown that DEI is slowly but surely being taken, away from anything that people want in the games. That's why people aren't showing up. Dare I say Concord again? A game that had a fucking disastrous launch. One of the biggest gaming flops of all time. I've heard so many wokies, even just recently, people don't care about DEI. Yeah, they don't care. That's why they're not buying it. Nobody wants this bullshit. Even you guys don't want it because you guys don't support it. So, yeah, these tweets have been deleted. They deleted their go woke, go broke thing right here. So all the problem and all the spitefulness and all the trying to rub it in our faces was deleted for naught. No backbone, no integrity, no ethics. These guys don't believe anything that they're fucking trying to hype up. DEI is 110% a factor in whether games do or do not sell. Look at everything that's flopped this year, right? Now, going on, it says it's unclear as to why he deleted the post, but it's likely because the game is not performing well at all a little over a week after its release. The game's peak concurrent player counts have declined to just 50,938 in the last 24 hours. It's a decline of nearly 43%. And as we stand right now, which is like a week after this article came out, it still hasn't crossed the all-time peak. And it was just revealed that Farming Simulator 25, a farming simulator game, is crushing this game with its player counts. Higher than that. It's already past the all-time peak at this point on its launch date. This is a game that needs to sell 4 to 5 million units in order to make a profit. If it made 1 million units sold, good on it. But think of all the fucking pandering that people like Jason Schreier had for it. Where the fuck his name is? Jason Schreier, yeah. All this pandering, all this trying to shill in spite of the guys. IGN ranking, 9 out of 10. User reviews being much lower than the critic reviews. It's all for naught. It's been wild to see how much damage control the wokies have been trying to do for this. And now IGN's already come out and backwalked away from its 9 out of 10 review. PC Gamers walked away from it, backtracking, backwalking, whatever you want to say. Endymion's been exposing it, talking about how many pre-orders were canceled, how many returns were made in order this game. So Jason Schreier, you want to invalidate other people's opinions and stuff, but meanwhile, you can't even keep your little own against the wokies up. And because you're clown shoes. So he's practically been exposed to the point where he's blocking people that have called him out over this. And you love to see it. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys, and subscribe if you're brand new. I'll see you on the next one.